What you call an icon living? Start a record label, Miss just did it. Nylon cover 5 minutes. Whoa, we up too hot in the business. About to make a movie independent. Need new trucks independent. I need you to listen to the vision. All you verses selling dirty dishes.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? I am back with you again, and this is Burn It Down. Jinky Michigan judge denies release of 15-year-old black student incarcerated over online homework. Okay? The article starts off by saying that America is foul. We know this, but somehow this country never fails to disappoint, anger, and sadden us with the way it treats all people, but especially its children, its black and brown ones specifically. Last week, Gossip reported a 15-year-old girl named Grace who was sentenced to juvenile incarceration because she violated probation by not completing all the homework that had been signed in her virtual learning class. Sorry about that. And it goes on to say, obviously due to COVID-19, kids are not physically at school and are attending classes via the internet. This learning difficulty, according to Grace's teacher, told ProPublica, many children in Grace's class have been in trouble with their work just like she is, but none of them are in a kiddie prison. The teacher says that Grace is not out of algorithm with alignment. My apologies. Alignment with most of my other students. She went on to say that it's no one's fault because we did not see this unprecedented global pandemic coming, which is true. The Oakland County judge in Grace's case is a vile woman named Mary Ellen Brennan. Yesterday, Brennan denied Grace from being released back into her mother's custody, according to Detroit News. Let her tell it. Juvie jail is where Grace belongs right now. Like we said, she is a vile wretch. In a statement, it says, give yourself a chance to follow through and finish something, Brennan said. The right thing is for you and your mom to be separated for right now. Despite the hordes of people who have been protesting outside of the courthouse, Brennan is doubling down to defend her unnecessary harsh penalty. Grace was initially placed on probation for 3 incidents of fighting between her and her mother. And Brennan's mind that this justifies Grace being put in jail. In another statement, the judge said she was not detained because she didn't turn her homework in, Brennan said. She was detained because she was a threat to her mother. She continues, my role is to make decisions that are in this young lady's best interest, period, Brennan said. I took an oath that I would not be swayed by public clamor or fear of criticism. The article goes on to say, Heifer, this is public clamor because you're a trash ass judge who would rather lock this child up during a pandemic than to get her actual help. Facts. And that's the end of the article right there. Just basically my opinion on there. If it wasn't about the homework, let's take the homework out of it for a moment. But if it wasn't about the homework, then why is this child not getting the proper help that she needs? If she's having issues with her mother, that's not an academic problem. That is a family intervention that needs to happen. If she's having altercations with her mom, there are more than enough qualified therapists and therapy treatments to be able to step in. There are qualified counselors and programs out there already in place for children, with needs such as that. I don't see what her being put in jail, potentially exposing her to other children that's in jail unknowingly. They may have COVID, and it spreads. And to say you're going to do what you have to in the best interest of this child Grace is just a total wash, because you're not doing what you're supposed to do in the best interest of that child. If you're going to do something in the best interest of a child, you're going to look at and seek out every available program and treatment to help this child Grace with their issues that they're having. I don't even know if it was a recommendation for a psychiatrist or a psychologist. None of that. We don't know any of that. But it was just better for you to put this child in jail, rather than, seek alternative measures, alternative ways to effectively develop some type of calm between the mother and the child. So it would be very interesting to see what the mother has to say about that, if she speaks on it. If she has spoken, I will update that, and I'm going to try to get some more information, basically from the judge's mouth herself. This is really disgusting and tragic. Parents fight with their children all the time. If there's an issue like that, that's why they have different type of therapies where it includes the whole family as family therapy. They also have counselors. They also have specialists that are trained to deal with this specific issue that happens in many families. Not just minority families, but different families all over the world. So, I mean, it really doesn't. Her reasoning for putting this child in jail doesn't make sense to me. It's total garbage, and hopefully the situation will get better and it will work out for Grace and her family. That is my thoughts for her and her family. I hope that they receive the real help that they need, versus you incarcerating a child and this being on her record, even though most places they will seal your record after you turn 18, your juvenile record. It's just unnecessary, and it's a waste of resources to me, to be honest. But I would like to hear what you have to think. Please don't forget to drop down. Let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments. And please don't forget to, share if you want to. It would be nice to get a conversation going about this. So many of us that are parents, nobody wants a judge to come in and rip their goddamn kids away. I don't think, unless you that one lady that was in a video that I seen, but that's a different story. But thank you guys so much. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, you guys.